For more on Brazil's political situation, I'm joined now by Andrea Murta. She's an associate director with the Adrienne Arsht Latin America Center at the Atlantic Council. Welcome back to the broadcast.
Thank you. It's great to be back.
Huge amounts of people in the streets. Why are they back out right now?
Well, there are two main reasons for people to be on the streets. One is the economic situation. Brazil is in a very serious recession that might be even the greatest in history for Brazil. And number two, there's a huge corruption scandal that's engulfing not only the government party, but also other parties in Brazil. And that's bringing a lot of anger to the streets.
But they've been upset for so long. So why are they back out right now?
Well, there has been a build-up, right? So we started with protests in 2013 against corruption. There was a very divisive election in 2014, more protests in 2015 because of the corruption situation. And now what happened just a couple of weeks ago was that the former president of Brazil, Lula, who is the most known and most powerful politician in the country, so he was, there was an indictment, a charge against him. He wasn't indicted yet, but there are charges being brought against him, and he is now being really blamed for the entire situation. That has a huge reflect on the government itself and in the president herself. So it's bringing more people out.
Is there strength in numbers? Will this lead to an impeachment for Dilma Rousseff?
Well, it certainly makes the situation much more complicated for her. So there are two protests that are happening against her in the executive, in Congress, and in the electoral courts. Congress is very responsive to the situation on the streets, to the temperature of the streets. So this definitely makes the situation for her much harder in Congress. And we might see the proceedings starting this week. It will be months before we know for sure what's going to happen, if she will definitely be ousted or not. But her chances of surviving are getting lower.
So will this put pressure on even those in Congress who have supported her, the huge amount of people in the streets?
Oh, yes, definitely. We have parties in Congress right now who used to be part of the government coalition who are backing out of it. And they are still making up their minds on whether or not they will support impeachment at this point. But it doesn't make her life any easier. We have to remember, though, that a lot of people in Congress are also being charged for corruption and are being investigated. So the people on the streets, they're not just protesting against Dilma Rousseff, the president herself, but also against a lot of those congressmen who will be voting for her impeachment or not.
Is there a way to quantify how much life has deteriorated for the average Brazilian since she's been in office?
Well, that would be a hard one. We have very bad numbers in the economy right now. So unemployment is rising. The inflation is high. It's about 10%. It's the highest in about 13 years. It might be the biggest recession we've had in Brazilian history, or at least in the past 25 years. And people are really feeling that in their pockets. Even the workers that used to be supporters of the government and of the Labor Party, which is the party in government right now, they are flipping to the other side because the economic situation is deteriorating more and more every day.
Well, Andrea Murta, we certainly appreciate you being here. Thank you.